Have you ever noticed something strange? The moment you tell people about a big dream, the energy around it begins to fade. You say you want to build a business. You tell friends you're going to transform your body. You announce that you'll become successful, confident, powerful. At first, people smile. Some encourage you, but slowly, something changes. Some doubt you, some laugh quietly, some give subtle negative comments. And worst of all, a strange thing happens inside your own mind. Your motivation begins to weaken. Psychologists discovered something shocking. When you talk about a goal too early, your brain often feels a false sense of achievement. In other words, the moment you announce your dream, your mind starts acting like you already accomplished part of it. And that is exactly why so many dreams die before they are even born. But the most successful men in the world understand a powerful secret. They move in silence. Think about it. Elon Musk rarely talks about his plans until they are already in motion. Jeff Bezos spent years quietly building an empire before most people even understood what he was doing. And legendary athletes like David Beckham trained relentlessly behind closed doors before the world ever saw the results. Because real power doesn't come from talking, it comes from silent action. In today's story, you'll discover why speaking your dreams too early destroys motivation, the psychological trap that makes people sabotage themselves, why powerful men stay silent about their biggest goals, and how mastering silence can transform your success, confidence, and relationships. By the end of this video, you'll understand one life-changing truth. Sometimes the fastest way to kill a dream is simply to talk about it too soon. So if you want to protect your future, strengthen your mindset, and move with the quiet confidence of powerful men, watch this video until the end, because the power of silence might be the missing weapon in your life. 1. The hidden danger of talking about your dreams too early. Many men unknowingly destroy their own ambitions the moment they start announcing them. When you openly tell everyone about your plans, whether it's building a business, transforming your body, becoming financially independent, or improving your relationships, something subtle begins to happen. People start reacting. Some support you, some doubt you, and some secretly hope you fail. But the real problem is psychological. When you speak your dream, your brain receives social validation that mimics achievement. Instead of working harder, the mind relaxes. This is why many men who constantly talk about success never actually reach it. Learning to keep your vision private is the first step toward protecting your future. Toast the psychological trap. Why your brain feels fake progress. Psychologists discovered that announcing goals publicly can create an illusion of accomplishment. The brain enjoys recognition and praise, and once it receives that dopamine reward, motivation drops. This is why many people say they will start a business, write a book, or build a powerful life. But years later, nothing happens. The smartest men understand this mental trap. Instead of chasing validation, they chase progress. They build silently, letting results speak instead of words. 3. Why successful men move in silence. Look at highly successful individuals across business, sports, and leadership. The pattern is always the same. They talk less and execute more. Silence protects energy, protects focus, and prevents unnecessary criticism. When you stop announcing your plans, you remove distractions, jealousy, and external pressure. Your mind becomes focused on execution rather than approval. Silent ambition becomes one of the most powerful masculine traits a man can develop. 4. The social reality. Not everyone wants you to win. This is a difficult truth many men discover too late. When you announce your dreams, you reveal your future power. Some people become uncomfortable because your growth reminds them of their own stagnation. Even friends and family can unconsciously discourage you. Doubtful comments, subtle jokes, and negative predictions slowly weaken your confidence. Silence shields your ambition from outside negativity. On the power move, let results speak for you. Powerful men understand a simple principle. Talking creates expectations, but results create respect. Instead of explaining their dreams, they quietly build them. When the transformation finally becomes visible, people react very differently. Suddenly, the same people who doubted you start admiring you. This shift happens because human psychology respects visible success more than promises. 6. Building silent confidence and masculine energy. When a man stops seeking approval and focuses on action, something changes inside him. Confidence grows naturally. His body language becomes calmer, stronger, and more focused. He stops oversharing and begins protecting his time, energy, and vision. This silent confidence attracts opportunities, respect, and even stronger relationships because people sense stability and purpose. 7. How silence improves attraction and relationships. In relationships, mystery and self-control are extremely powerful traits. Men who constantly reveal everything about themselves often lose intrigue and emotional tension. But men who speak thoughtfully, control their emotions, and maintain independence create a sense of curiosity and respect. Silence, when used wisely, increases attraction because it signals discipline, strength, and self-control. Turning silence into a life strategy. Mastering silence is not about hiding your dreams forever. It's about protecting them until they are strong enough to survive. Share your vision only with people who truly support your growth. Focus on consistent action, discipline, and long-term progress. When you learn to build quietly, you stop chasing attention and start building real success. And the life-changing lesson: protect your vision until it becomes reality. The most powerful lesson is simple but profound. Dreams grow stronger in silence. When you protect your goals from unnecessary exposure, you give them space to develop. Your energy stays focused, your motivation remains strong, and your progress becomes unstoppable. Eventually, success will speak louder than any announcement ever could. 1. The hidden danger of talking about your dreams too early. Imagine a man sitting with his friends at dinner. The conversation is casual until suddenly he says something powerful. "Next year, I'm going to start my own company." Or, "I'm going to completely transform my life." Everyone reacts. Some people clap. Some say, "That's amazing, bro." Others smile politely, but inside they think, "Let's see if he actually does it." At that moment, something invisible begins to happen. The dream that was once pure and powerful inside his mind is now exposed to the world. It becomes vulnerable to opinions, criticism, and judgment. Many men make this mistake. They announce their dreams too early because they want encouragement. They want validation. They want people to believe in them. But here is the hidden truth most people never realize. The moment you speak a dream out loud, you create external pressure and internal comfort at the same time. External pressure because now people expect something from you. Internal comfort because your brain feels like you already took a step toward success. And this is dangerous. Instead of working quietly and building momentum, you begin to talk more and act less. Think about the number of people who say, "I'm going to start a business. I'm going to get rich. I'm going to get in the best shape of my life." But years later, nothing has changed. Their dreams didn't die because they were impossible. Their dreams died because they were spoken too soon. The strongest visions grow in silence. Just like a seed buried in the ground, your dream needs time to develop roots before the world sees it. When you protect your vision early, you protect your energy. And energy is the fuel that turns imagination into reality. This is why powerful men learn to keep their ambitions quiet. They don't announce their plans. They simply build them. Towards the psychological trap. Why your brain feels fake progress. Now here is where psychology becomes fascinating. Researchers discovered something shocking about human motivation. When people publicly announce their goals, the brain often releases a small reward response, almost like it believes progress has already been made. In simple terms, your brain says, "People recognize my ambition. That means I'm already on the path." But that recognition can become a trap. Because the brain loves comfort. Once it receives social approval, the urgency to work decreases. This is why so many people spend years talking about their dreams instead of building them. They feel successful in conversation, but unsuccessful in reality. This psychological illusion is incredibly powerful. It's the reason some men constantly say they will start a business but never do. It's the reason people talk about getting fit every January but quit after a few weeks. The mind confuses talking about progress with actually making progress. Powerful men understand this difference. They know that real confidence comes from results, not words. So instead of announcing their plans to the world, they build discipline quietly. Every day they take small steps. They work when nobody is watching. They improve when nobody is applauding. And slowly over time, the dream begins to become real. Not because it was spoken, but because it was executed in silence. 3. Why successful men move in silence. If you study the habits of highly successful individuals, you'll notice something interesting. They rarely announce their moves before they happen. They focus on execution first. Consider entrepreneurs, athletes, or leaders who achieved extraordinary success. Many of them spent years working quietly before anyone knew their names. Their strategy was simple: less talking, more building. Silence protects your focus. When you constantly share your plans, people start asking questions. How's the project going? Did you finish that thing you said you would do? Why haven't you achieved it yet? Suddenly, your attention shifts from building your dream to explaining it. But when you move silently, you remove distractions. You are no longer performing for approval. You are simply working toward a goal. This mindset creates a powerful transformation in a man's character. He becomes calmer, more disciplined, more focused, and people begin to notice something different about him, not because he talks about success, but because his actions quietly reveal it. 4. The social reality. Not everyone wants you to win. Here is a hard truth that many men discover only after they start growing. Not everyone around you wants to see you succeed. This doesn't mean people are evil. It simply means human psychology is complicated. When you announce a big dream, it reminds other people of the dreams they abandoned, and that comparison can make them uncomfortable. So what happens? Some people begin to discourage you. They might say things like, "That's risky. Are you sure you can do that? Maybe you should be realistic." Sometimes they disguise doubt as advice. Other times they laugh or make jokes. But every negative reaction slowly chips away at your confidence. Your mind begins to wonder, what if they're right? This is why silence becomes a shield. When fewer people know your plans, fewer people can influence your mindset. Your dream remains protected. Your focus stays intact, and your belief remains strong. Because the only voice guiding you is your own. On the power move, let results speak for you. There is something incredibly powerful about surprising the world with results. Think about it. Imagine two men. The first man constantly talks about his plans. The second man says very little but works every day. A year later, something interesting happens. The first man is still talking, but the second man suddenly reveals something incredible. A successful business, a transformed body, a new level of confidence and freedom. People react differently to results than they do to promises. Promises create skepticism. Results create respect. When success appears unexpectedly, it shocks people. The same people who doubted you suddenly say, "Wow, I didn't know you were doing all this." This is the power of silent progress. Instead of asking for belief, you prove your ability, and nothing builds respect faster than visible results. 6. Building silent confidence and masculine energy. Silence does something powerful to a man's mindset. When you stop explaining yourself to everyone, you begin to rely on your own discipline. Your confidence no longer depends on approval. It grows from action. Every small win builds self-respect. Every completed task strengthens belief. Slowly, a new type of confidence begins to form. Not loud confidence, not arrogant confidence, but quiet, grounded confidence. People can feel it when you walk into a room. Your body language changes. You speak less, but when you speak, people listen. You stop chasing attention. You start commanding respect naturally. This kind of masculine energy is rare today, because most people seek validation through talking. But the strongest men understand a deeper truth. Power grows in silence. 7. How silence improves attraction and relationships. Silence doesn't only help success, it also transforms relationships. In attraction, mystery is powerful. When a man constantly explains everything about his life, his thoughts and his plans, there is nothing left to discover. But when a man reveals himself slowly, curiosity grows. People become more interested. They want to learn more. This doesn't mean being secretive or dishonest. It simply means being intentional with your words. Speak with purpose. Listen more than you talk. Allow your actions to communicate your character. This creates emotional intrigue, and intrigue is one of the most powerful forces in attraction, turning silence into a life strategy. Mastering silence is not about hiding from the world. It is about protecting what matters most. Your dreams are like fragile blueprints. In the beginning, they are delicate. Too many opinions can distort them. Too much exposure can weaken them. So the smartest strategy is simple. Work quietly. Improve daily. Share your vision only with people who genuinely support your growth. The rest of the world doesn't need to know your plan. They will see it when it becomes reality. And when that moment arrives, your actions will speak louder than any explanation ever could. And the life-changing lesson: protect your vision until it becomes reality. At the end of the day, the lesson is simple but powerful. Dreams need protection. Not everyone deserves access to your ambitions. Some people will support you. Others will doubt you, but your success should never depend on their opinions. When you move silently, something incredible happens. Your focus sharpens. Your discipline strengthens. Your results begin to grow. And one day, the world finally sees what you were building all along, not because you talked about it, but because you made it real. That is the true power of silence. The ability to build something extraordinary, quietly. And when the time is right, let your success make all the noise.